Wake up, it's time for morning rounds. Welcome back to Morning Rounds, I'm Dr. Khan. In a society that glorifies 5 hours sleep and 19 hours of work, we are left with the destructive aftermath of this badge of honor. This involves sleep disturbances, blood pressure issues, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, and early mortality. So today we'll be debunking 4 myths about sleep. Let's get started. Myth number 1, it's great that I can sleep anywhere. You're thinking, I can fall asleep, thank God I don't have sleep issues. Well, it's not as positive as you might think. If you can fall asleep anytime, anywhere, this might be a sign that you are not well rested and you might be sleep deprived. This is what happens when you've been up for 38 hours. You crash. Yo! Myth number 2, alcohol helps you sleep better. Ever have that nightcap because you thought it'll help you fall asleep? Although alcohol can help you fall asleep quicker, it actually has a very negative impact on your overall quality of sleep. It prevents you from having much of REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. Despite the fact that you may have slept for 8 hours, the quality of your sleep diminishes and you may not feel rested when you wake up. Myth number 3, older people don't need as much sleep. This is totally false. While it's true that older people might find themselves sleeping fewer and fewer hours, it's actually not by choice. As we grow older, our ability to generate sleep diminishes. Sleep efficiency is reduced, causing the overall quality of sleep to go down. What we know is that as we grow older, a great sleep recession happens, in which deep sleep gets hit the hardest. Contrast to REM sleep, which remains largely stable in midlife. While it might be hard to accept, the decline of deep non-REM sleep is already underway by your late 20s and early 30s. Let's put it this way. By the time you're in your mid-40s, age will have stripped you of 60 to 70% of deep sleep that you were enjoying in your younger years. By the time you reach the 7th decade of life, you will have lost 80 to 90% of your youthful deep sleep. When we sleep, because we don't actually have a good sense of the electrical quality of sleep that we have, frequently that means is that seniors progress through their later years, not fully recognizing how degraded their sleep quality and quantity has become. It means that elderly individuals fail to connect their deterioration in health with their deterioration in sleep. And we've known for decades that the lack of sleep is linked to health concerns such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, blood pressure issues, dementia, and early mortality. Myth number 4, naps interfere with your nightly sleep. Excluding true insomniacs, naps are actually super helpful. The practice of biphasic sleep, sleeping twice a day, is deeply biological. Biphasic sleep is observed in several siesta cultures throughout the world, where people close up shop around 1 p.m. to take a siesta nap and reopen their world around 5 p.m. All humans, irrespective of culture or geographical location, have a genetically hardwired dip of alertness that occurs in the mid-afternoon hours. A study showed that those who used to practice siestas but no longer do so actually had a 37% increased risk of death from heart disease across a 6-year period relative to those who maintained regular daytime naps. This effect was especially strong in working folks, where the ensuing mortality risk of not napping increased by well over 60%. So what we've learned is when we are removed from the innate practice of biphasic sleep, our lives are shortened. That whole thing about, I'll sleep when I'm dead, well, you might die sooner if you don't sleep. That's a wrap. Thank you for joining me on another Morning Rounds. I'm Dr. Khan. Take a nap, and I'll see you next time.